let's start this by saying that this is the HD remakes that our listeners want to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
And, if you want to email us, you can email us at nvc@ign.com. Remember, be short emails, please.
Brief.
Otherwise, we can't. Yeah, be brief. There you go. Because we can't read all that on the air. So, first email is from Will Valencia, Flappy Birds in HD.
Okay, get out of here.
Just a joke. Eric Huberty saying a remake of the last console Fire Emblems, Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn.
I never played those, so sure.
Path of Radiance is my favorite Fire Emblem.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I always like the handheld ones just because I play them on a plane, train, automobile, buses.
The story
Plane, trains.
of Radiance was awesome.
Yeah.
Peppy dies, but then he comes back.
Paul, a.k.a. Data Junkie, saying Resident Evil remake on GC.
Oh, yeah,
Redone
dude.
in
That would
HD.
be... Resident Evil Remake is awesome.
Yeah.
That is an awesome game.
Mm-hmm.
But, it was tough playing it at the time because it was like the last... That and Zero were the last ones to use the clunky tank controls.
And the fixed perspective.
Yeah. So I don't know how that stuff would fly now. I think people would try to play a new Resident Evil game, or that looked like a new Resident Evil game, but had the locked tank controls.
Yep.
It would not fly.
But see, the thing about games like that are because of the fixed cameras and like the backgrounds, like they still look good today.
They look awesome.
So if that was just widescreen and HD, they'd be gorgeous.
Those games are so creepy, too. I really like that game, too. He also says Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem, which, I like that game a lot, too, but I think we need to move on from that one. They tried to kickstart a sequel.
They were so close.
Yeah.
I think people moved on from that one.
Yeah.
I mean, that got every last chance that an HD remake / sequel could possibly get, and it just didn't happen.
But
So,
Brian, the house turns with your insanity.
yeah, it did.
David, I like that game a lot. David Michael says Luigi's Mansion Director's Cut. Taking the original Luigi's Mansion, up-resing it and stuff.
Just play the one on 3DS.
That's really good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I mean, because Luigi's Mansion was, 3 hours long? Oh, he wants a director's cut.
It was exactly.
3.5 hours long. A new wing of the mansion. Luigi didn't search.
Francisco Alvarez says, number one choice is completely correct. Super Mario 64, of course. But he also says 1080 snowboarding, Excite Bike 64, Wave Race 64, like have an Extreme 64 HD collection. I love those games. Man, 1080 snowboarding felt so right. Like the way the character felt.
Yeah.
Wave Race still, like I tried, all the wave racing in GTA and the Kinect game and everything. Nothing feels as good as the original Wave Race.
It's crazy. They don't really make games like that anymore for consoles. Nobody does. Like even today, Tony Hawk announced his new game for mobile phones.
Where you get a
That
character.
killed me.
Yeah, you can play as a character and
Yep.
use him to control for gameplay points.
JP Vasquez says, obviously Super Mario 64 number one choice, but also Star Tropics would be sweet.
Another Tropics. Here we go.
Oh man, the kids love
Mike
it.
Jones would make for a great Smash
Mike
Brothers
Jones.
character,
Mike
and
Jones.
it would give Rob some modern day relevance. Good point.
Okay.
Eric Gerson, Star Fox. Do not an HD remake. He wants to see a series reboot. Well, I think we
I'm
all
with that,
would
too.
like that, of course, right? Tyler Miserak. First choice would be Mario Sunshine. What do you think of that?
That's a good one. I'll play it again.
Yeah, I would like to play that one again.
Yeah.
That game was underrated.
Yeah,
I
I agree.
It got good reviews, but I felt like people got pissed off at some of the broken levels and then didn't see all the good stuff. Plus, the choice to make it all tropical and not partially frozen was a bad one. I think. Yeah.
You
I
need
mean,
at least
it's
a little bit
definitely-
of freeze in your tropics.
It's not as good as the other ones. I
Yep.
think that's a fact, but it is an amazing game.
Yeah.
Yep. He also wants Majora's Mask, so
Yeah.
just like Greggy. Also,
That's
Super
2 on my
Mario,
petition.
Super Mario RPG, Battletoads, and Super Metroid. Super Metroid is
Battletoads, get outta
such
here.
a no-brainer. No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like redo Super Metroid with pretty
Yeah.
art.
Oh,
No,
that'd
that
be
is not a no-brainer.
No-brainer.
Super Metroid has pretty art. I don't think
Prettier art.
What do you? It has
HD.
it's like pixel
HD.
perfect HD.
Yeah.
It has pixel perfect.
You ever listen to the
sprite
IGN
art.
UK podcast?
Yeah. That people would get. It would be
HD.
hell. That'd be like messing up the Mona Lisa for video gamers. Like that's just not. You don't touch that game. Leave it
You know
alone.
what? But what if it felt exactly the same, but it looked awesome? It had
It looks awesome, Pear.
Looked awesomer.
Okay, this is a debate that I'm not having with you.
Yeah. Peter
Agree to
Lopez.
disagree.
Peter Lopez 05. Sunset Riders, Earthbound, Chrono Trigger.
Sunset Riders?
Nintendo didn't even make that. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
Let's get an HD remake of
You
Sunset
just
Riders.
even
That would
random
be-
old games though.
The music in that game was amazing.
Sunset Riders was pretty dope.
Yeah.
There's
I'll give you a couple
cowboys.
more. Nomadic Clown. Also,
That's his name.
no,
Oh, that's his
that's the
name.
guy's name.
Oh, that was next to
Remember that
Sunset
Nintendo
Riders in the
game?
arcade. Nomadic
Nice one.
Clowns.
You would love Okami HD. You guys think too recent? They tried that, right?
They already did.
Yeah,
It's
they
on-
made it already.
It's on PS3 and Xbox.
Yeah, and he would have loved to see Eternal Darkness and Baten Kaitos too. Baten Kaitos, like nobody played. That would be a good one to bring back.
I want a
right?
Paperboy HD.
Paperboy?
What would that look like?
Lots of Mario Sunshine.
Oh, man, a Paperboy HD would be hot. Yeah.
Somebody wants a Vector Man reboot.
Vector Man,
Jason.
come on. Vector Man.
Did you like Vector Man? You didn't like it?
No, nobody likes Vector Man.
I thought
don't
he was
like it
so
either.
cool.
Baten Kaitos, Paper
No, he's
Mario.
like, he's got balls because he's made of balls.
Yeah.
That was the
Yeah.
whole advertising campaign.
That's all we got, everybody.
That's it. Well, we had to make a game now. Oh, crap.
Yeah.
I think the easy thing is Galaxy 1 and 2. Like, if they don't release that in HD on the Wii U, I'm going to be really sad.
Yeah, that's already right there,
Yeah,
right? Like, I mean,
just give me it.
Yeah, just do
Yep.
it.
Good.
And then Vincent Harris, good one, of course, Mario Sunshine. Fairly recent game, but that could really benefit just from the sharper visuals. It still looks really pretty.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder what it would look like if you just ran it in 1080. Like, you didn't do anything
I mean, a
to
lot of the
textures.
GameCube games look great. Like, you can see
Yeah.
the Dolphin emulator. When you
Yeah.
look at videos, they look amazing, but that's
Yeah.
because the art styles of those games
Right.
wasn't trying to be realistic.
Yeah, they're
It's-
really clean. The polygons are all clean. The only thing that look bad are like in the corners. There's like the coin counter, and they're all like these crusty looking
Oh, yeah.
JPEGs.
Yeah,
So,
right.
yeah, they have to redo all that stuff, but everything else that's polygon based and isn't sprite based, like looks great. Like if you look at the like up-res versions of Mario 64 running on emulators, it looks really clean until you get to like the fence.
Yeah.
Because the fence was just basically like a JPEG of a fence that
That's just,
they
like,
turned
blown up, yeah.
sideways. Yeah, and if you walked a certain angle, you couldn't see it because
That's
it was
right,
just
it's invisible.
invisible picture. Yeah.
Yeah,
So, get a guy to make your fence and your coin counter and ship the game. Come on, we need it.
all those old Mario games probably wouldn't be so hard to like redo.
Well, Mario 64, it was already not HD, but re-released on the DS, and that looks so much better than this.
Yeah,
But
they
it
did a
was-
good job with that.
But it was released on the one system that didn't have the controls to do it, right?
I
That was
know.
lame.
That-
Which
right.
now is awesome because you can play it on the 3DS and it has the right controls.
No, it doesn't have the right controls.
Yeah, it
feels,
does.
It feels weird as hell.
No.
Yes, okay.
Feels awesome.
weird as hell.
It feels weird as hell. No barrel. Press here R twice. No, it's got the joystick's there. Like the stick is there, the
Yeah.
circle pad. But it's not. The game wasn't designed for it. So you have to hold a button to run,
right.
Which
is not what Mario 64
Okay.
is. You move the joystick
Yeah,
forward
yeah,
and
yeah.
it runs.
And it was
You
so
pull it
cool
back
when
and
you
you
did it
tipped
for
it.
the first time. He's all like tiptoeing.
Yeah,
but I'm used to it at this
looks
point.
like Twitch plays Pokemon when you're playing that game because to go from walk to run, it's like this stutter.
no, but the way
That
I
was
see it,
not
you
a
always
stutter when
you
you
always
just with your hands.
you always hold the run.
Like a Jeff Jarrett.
Mario 3D Land and Mario 3D World, we're now used to playing 3D games holding the run button.
Okay.
Specifically on the 3DS. So to me, it's like, oh, this feels right. Even though I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
It is not.
It's close.
Yeah.
It's close, but it's not enough. I want the real thing.
Yeah. Real things are good. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that has been NVC. I got to host, and this was fun.
Yeah,
I hope
so
this
it's over
happens
now.
again. Yeah, it's all over. I want to extend this. We should just you know what? Another hour. Let's talk about whatever we want.
No, I mean like your quest to host
My
something's
quest?
over.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Show
that's
us.
How was
done.
it?
That was good.
Did
Yeah.
you,
It
did
was
feel
real good. There was like a rush that I'm feeling.
Even though
Oh, really?
Brian hates all games like Majora's Mask.
What? I don't hate all
Donkey
games.
Kong.
I named like 20 games I love. You hate all games.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you want to go to the question of the week for next week?
Yes.
Yeah, want to ask it? All right, let's get that in. Ignoring Brian.
That's fine.
So
Okay.
Max Roberts suggested a good question of the week. What's your favorite Nintendo game soundtrack? Mine would have to be either Metroid Prime or The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. Mine being Max Roberts, not me. So we'll answer that one next week. So your favorite game soundtrack out of all?
I'm excited for this one.
Yeah.
It's going to be good.
Yeah. Remember, you can email us your answer at nvc@ign.com. You can, of course, also post answers in the article hosting the podcast and on our Facebook group. But, emails make us happy.
Yeah. Well, thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tim. Let Tim never
Is that it?
go.
Wahoo! Do a barrel roll. Ah, mamma mia.
Mario.